The time is now 7 p.m. Time for the CBC Evening News. This time check is brought to you by Fruta.
The court adjourns the Dr. Maria Agard BLP case until next April. Fish vendors and bakeries among those cashing in on Christmas sales. And in sports, the women's skipper wins the only ICC award for West Indies.
Credible, balanced, committed. This is the CBC Evening News.
Very good evening to you. I'm Lisa Broom. This is the CBC Evening News. Lawyers for the Barbados Labour Party have successfully sought an adjournment in the civil suit brought against the party by embattled Christchurch West MP Dr. Maria Agard. The matter came up for hearing in the number 11 Supreme Court this morning before Mr. Justice Olson Allen and has been adjourned until April 7th. Attorney for Dr. Agard, Queen's Counsel Hal Gollop says this morning's hearing, which lasted about 40 minutes, dealt with procedural matters.
It's the first day of the hearing, and adjournments were sought by counsel for the defendants to put the house in order, as it were, and a number of preliminary steps have been taken to set the matter in motion, and it has been adjourned by consent to the 7th of April 2016.
Dr. Agard's lawsuit has 5 grounds stemming from her appearance before the BLP's National Council on November 22nd. Mr. Gollop believes the matter will be heard in open court.
This is a matter which, as I understand it, has been made under fixed state claim. I do not see any bar to the matter being heard in open court. But I will always be advised about that by the presiding officer. But all court matters essentially are public matters. I don't see why this one should be any different.
And Dr. Agard says she is anxiously awaiting her day in court.
Well, I thank you again for your continued interest in this particular case. And I am looking forward to my day in court. Of course, there's so much that still needs to be said. So I will just take advice from counsel and prepare myself accordingly.
Opposition leader Mia Motley is appearing as first defendant in the case brought by Dr. Agard, who is suing the BLP for expelling her, as well as seeking damages. General Secretary Jerome Walcott is appearing as the second defendant. Ms. Motley, accompanied by her lawyers, Queen's Counsel Roger Ford and Leslie Haynes, says she too was looking forward to her day in court.
I learned very many years ago from Jack there that you argue a case once in court. When that chance comes, our lawyers will argue it in court. Okay?
Okay, Roger, as a person who...
simple comment. Serious lawyers don't argue cases with the press.
While ham and turkey are favorites for several Barbadians at Christmas time, some people are either opting for or adding fish to their menu. That's why the Bridgetown Fisheries Complex was alive today as several people made last-minute purchases.
Kingfish, tuna and marlin are some of the popular choices this year, and the fisher folk are upbeat about the sales.
Things has been great so far. Well, you know, around this time everybody looking for the turkey and ham, but I also have fish lovers also. But so far so good. Things has been great. Can't complain.
Vendors say some customers are also seeking out smaller fish, including flying fish, which only reappeared over 2 weeks ago.
The fish price was $200 a hundred, but now they're coming down. It was $25 a pound. Now they dropped down again to $20 a pound.
Normally we get jacks in the off season. You don't normally see jacks at Christmas, but you'll be seeing some now at Christmas. Yeah, they're pretty big too.
Owner of AR Seafood, Andrew Rapson, is also seeing a high demand for fish.
The demand is always pretty high around Christmas, and unfortunately, we often don't have enough fish. The seas can be quite rough at the time as they are right now, so then the inshore fishing is basically dangerous. And it's still a little bit early in our season for, bigger catches. So it's quite a hustle this time of the year to supply everyone.
He says there are new trends in the buying habits of some customers.
Years ago, no one really even bothered about swordfish, just the restaurants. Now swordfish is one of the most sought after fish by locals as well. And because the yield is very good on swordfish. So you buy 10 pounds of swordfish, you lose a little bone and a piece of skin, and you still got 9.5 pounds of fish.
Some shoppers also shared their reason for choosing fish.
There's no motivation. I buy fish throughout the year. But because it is Christmas, I know people can be looking after other meats, so I prefer to come and get some fish now.
This time of the year, first, we don't eat pork, and this fish is for sale on Christmas Day. For people who do not eat pork, we will sell on Christmas Day.
Sean Farrell, CBC News.
Well, salt bread is in hot demand this Christmas season. At least that's what most bakeries around the island are saying. It appears as though salt bread has taken the lead this year. CBC News visited a number of popular bakeries around the island asking the question, what are Barbadians buying most? Manager of Carter's Bakery, Marva Green, says people are mostly interested in the salt bread.
People just come and get these bread. Doesn't matter what time, just it's Christmas time and they want the salt bread, especially they like the Carter's salt bread.
While salt bread is also the #1 choice at Purity Bakeries, sales and distribution manager Christopher Simmons says sandwich loaves are also doing well.
Brand sandwich, whether that's in large brand or the regular brand, or when the brand sandwich is massively popular. Then we have the salt bread, obviously our old-time salt bread. Both we have the white as well as the wheat. Those are very, very popular as well. A lot of demand on the salt bread for sure. Coming into the yesterday, today, and obviously going to be big tomorrow.
For Phillips Bakery and Deli, Administrative Assistant Kim Brewster says plain cake is the star of sales. She admits customers are also demanding marble and great cakes.
I find the most popular cakes would be the plain cake and also the fruit. The fruit being the most popular, and then next thing they would be the marble, or what people like to call the rainbow.
Compared to recent years, Managing Director at Nichols Bakery, MacDonald Nichols, says the flow of people coming to the bakery has increased.
There are more people coming to the bakery for their cakes, but whereas before they would buy 6 or 8 cakes, they're buying 4 and 5. But we're getting a greater penetration, so a lot more people are coming.
Nonetheless, bakeries say they are satisfied with what they're seeing so far. However, they're keeping their fingers crossed and are hoping for a greater turnout from customers on Christmas Eve. Well, Christmas is coming, and although that translates to endless joy for most of us, it's also a season to be cautious. With just one more shopping day to go and the expected last-minute rush, the Barbados Road Safety Association is reminding motorists to be alert on the roads. Public Relations Officer Richard Cox is advising them to slow down and take it easy. He is also encouraging pedestrians to be vigilant.
Pedestrians have just as much responsibility on the road as the motorist. But after all, is a pedestrian not a road user? So here I'm talking about drunkenness by pedestrians, drinking too much, leaving club, crossing the road, ignoring traffic coming. And motorists, remember, we have our usual part to play. If you must drive, please do not drink. If you must drink, please do not drive.
There's more news just ahead, but first we want to hear from you on the question. Do you think the BLP should try to settle the Dr. Maria Agard issue out of court? Text yes or no to short code 8111. We'll have the results for you at the end of the news.
There's no place like home for the holidays. Family and friends together sharing memories. We celebrate the joy in our children's eyes. We feel our hearts become young again. We never forget what Christmas means. It's a love that's always in our hearts forever. So let's all come together and share with each other and bring joy to every boy and girl. If we all come together and share with each other
greetings from your friends at Banks Holdings Limited.
Sale, sale, sale at Shoemax. The place to go for ladies' footwear is Shoemax at Dowell's House, Palmetto Street. For work, casual, school, and wide-width shoes for maximum value on lady shoes and selected items for only $29.95. Go to Shoemax, Dowell's House, Palmetto Street.
Christmas sparkle, make a wish for all the loved ones on your list. My Cape Shepherd has a sparkle for you. Wrap your presents, swap your gifts, spread the love and happiness. My Cape Shepherd has a sparkle for you. My Cape Shepherd has a sparkle for you.
Naturally better orchard.
Time for fun, bring out the sun. Nutritious, so delicious. Way less sugar, no artificial sweeteners. Orchard, a natural choice. Orchard, with real fruit juice. Orchard, a celebration in each cup.
Orchard 250 ml juice drinks now deliciously improved. Free of artificial sweeteners. More natural goodness with between 33 to 55% less added sugar. Orchard, a perfectly natural choice.
Nestle. Good food, good life.
Distributed by Massey Distribution.
The Ministry of Health has reported 65 confirmed cases of H1N1 influenza in Barbados, but it says there have not been positive cases since November 21st. In a release, the ministry says it has noted the concerns in relation to the virus and has given the assurance all necessary measures are being taken to ensure the public's health. It says these include weekly surveillance for cases of influenza, which involves laboratory testing. Samples for confirmation of the virus are sent to the Caribbean Public Health Agency in Trinidad. Thanks to the Barbados Youth Service, the clients of the geriatric hospital have received some extra Christmas cheer. The hospital was presented with a number of gifts from the students of the BYS. Program Officer Cecilia Neblett-Brathwaite spoke about some of the things that were donated.
We collected some toiletries, we collected soaps, toothpaste, bath gels and stuff like that. And we think that this would really go a long way in, brightening the clients' Christmas joy this year. Just bringing some basic Christmas joy to the clients this year.
Acting Principal Nursing Officer of the Geriatric Hospital, Francine Watson, expressed her gratitude for the donations and explains how the hospital plans to use them.
We have all of our patients, so it will go towards the care of everybody here in the hospital. So that's basically how it's going to be used, because we still have to look forward to next year. These things can go into helping push our supplies for our next year, because soon from now there will be the financial year coming up, so it will help to boost what supplies we have.
A young man who called the neonatal intensive care unit of the Queen Elizabeth Hospital home during the early years of his life has given back to the unit. Alexander Huey, now 18 years old, along with his parents, donated 2 boxes of diapers. Huey was born prematurely on December 22nd, 1997 at Bayview Hospital and was taken to the neonatal intensive care unit during the first week of his life. Head of pediatrics at the QEH, Dr. Clyde Cave, says the survival rates for premature babies have improved.
For a variety of reasons, the rates of survival initially improved very dramatically, but we haven't been able to continue that increase in the way we would like. But still, our rates of survival of high-risk babies are among the best in the Caribbean, but still a little bit short of where we would like to be.
One parliamentary representative is on a mission to enhance the community spirit in his constituency and the entire parish of St. Philip. Minister of Transport Michael Lashley says this is critical right now as it is an aspect which has been lost over time. He was speaking on the sidelines of the 7th Christmas party and lighting ceremony held in the King George V Park. That event saw the park being transformed into a Christmas dreamland.
See so many families up here tonight. We see the young and old, the middle-aged, and it brings back the memories of coming to King George Park. Years ago, we had only one tree reflecting it, but we decided to build on that concept and build something magical and something looking, we call it Christmas Dreamland. So where all the kids in St. Philip and throughout Barbados can come with their parents and come and have an enjoyable time on the lights. And couples can come, husband and wives can come, and they can come and have a picnic on the lights.
Mr. Lashley also disclosed plans for other community-centered events scheduled for next year, including a movie night.
On the 9th of January, we would have a family movie night. That is an annual event. On the 3rd of January is a new event. That is called the Gospel Under the Lights, featuring Restoration Ministries, Sister Marshall, and other gospel artists throughout Barbados. And then we go to the 16th of January, we go to St. Catherine's Cricket Club, where we will have a cricket game in honor of our national hero. And of course, that is another community event. So we're looking to further build community spirit.
Still to come, a look at some of the stories making headlines across the region. But first, a reminder that we want to hear from you on this question. Do you think the BLP should try to settle the Dr. Maria Agard issue out of court? Text yes or no to short code 8111. Those results at the end of the news. Now remember, you can also follow us on Twitter at CBC_newsroom and on our Facebook page, CBC News Barbados.
It's breaking news. We're here at Courts, where we've just found out that there are golden tickets worth $10,000 to be won every day for 24 days.
Really? Every day? $10,000? I could win? Every day? At Courts, that is what she said, yes. 24 years? I like her.
Remember, with every $999 spent, you get a chance to claim the golden ticket at any Court store. Courts, bringing value home.
This is how we flow. Oh, the offers are quite exciting, and the prices will leave you smiling. Everybody's got a cheerful glow.
Enjoy 1 month of free Flow TV when you sign up or upgrade to Flow Broadband this season.
This is where I learn. Courage is what I got from experience. With hard